And good evening. On this Thanksgiving Eve, you're going to meet some people who have very powerful reasons to be thankful. Tonight, we're going to travel with troops all the way from the front lines in Afghanistan to emotional reunions with their families back home. This story is part of an initiative launched by ABC and our parent company, Walt Disney, to celebrate the people who serve this country. It's called Home for the Holidays, and here's ABC's Josh Elliott.
You're looking for something that looks suspicious.
When your job is clearing IEDs from Afghanistan's most dangerous roads, no moment is ever a safe one.
Gunners always have to be scanning.
You have to almost be seeing the terrain from all angles.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you got to be thinking like all the time.
But this might be the most dangerous moment of them all, because in just a few days, Captain William Lotz is due to return home to his wife and to a daughter he's never met. The two things he cannot let himself think about right now.
Do you think about the danger you're in every day?
Well, I've been in Afghanistan long enough to know that, you know, anywhere you go in Afghanistan, there's people trying to kill you.
Even on the day you're supposed to go home. Like Captain Lotz, Major Mike Stewart and Specialist Michael Fuller are counting down the hours until they too leave Afghanistan. But they're not out yet either.
It hits home, you know. I saw a body of a captain and I said, you know, that guy could have been me.
What's it like to have this be like a normal way of life, having these right outside the door?
It's your protection.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to trust it.
They are husbands and fathers too, due to be reunited with their families just in time for Thanksgiving. But right now, that has to be the furthest thing from their mind.
It's hard, but I can't let it get to me because we can't have our minds set back home. You can't bring them on mission with you because it'll just mess your whole day up.
Does she feel the fear?
I told her I'm coming home and that's what she holds on to. You know, that's what I hold on to. You know, but if it comes down to it, my soldiers will come home before I come home.
How often do you fear for his safety?
Probably every day.
Back home, the anxiety is even worse as their wives and families count down the days.
I have kind of still assumed that something happens every day.
Trying not to break their husband's concentration in these final hours.
I tell him, you know, oh, she's grown this much. I kind of quit telling him because it kind of bums him out. Because he just feels like he's missing.
You have your sense of duty, honor, service to your country. Do you ever feel that running afoul of a sense of duty to your family?
You keep both in mind, definitely. The job inevitably asks you to do something that, you know, it sacrifices something for your family.
Major Stewart knows something about sacrifice. He's been in the military for 15 years, but this deployment is his first since having children.
They're a lot harder to leave when it's just a couple. I think you both understand that we're both adults. We walked into this knowing they didn't get a vote, so the question's always there, is this good enough for them?
His wife Jennifer runs a tight ship and does her best to maintain a sense of normalcy for their two children, 6-year-old Izzy and 2-year-old Patrick, even making sure the daily rituals of story time with Daddy stay intact, even if it means pre-recording them on their iPad.
I love you through and through, yesterday, today, and tomorrow too.
What's it like when Daddy's not here?
Not fun.
Is it emotional for you?
Perhaps the most poignant time for me is at night, specifically at bedtime, and going to bed alone when I know that I've married someone to kind of make sure that doesn't happen is the hardest.
Jessie Fuller is a new mom, adjusting to life without her husband, Michael. She gave birth to their son, Brantley, last December, just 2 weeks before Specialist Fuller was on his way to Afghanistan.
So it's a little bit overwhelming, and then you just want to, and you kind of can't.
Brittany Lotz is a new mom as well. She was just 15 weeks pregnant with daughter Finley when her husband, Captain Lotz, deployed.
Knowing you weren't going to be there for the birth, what was that like?
You only have the birth of your first child once, but America says that I need to be over here. So, you know, they wouldn't call it service if it was easy.
So we decided to bring a small piece of home to the front lines.
Hi, sweetheart. We're so excited to get you home.
We're counting down the hours. Say hi.
And the first glimpse of a daughter he's yet to meet.
Oh, can you smile for him?
How's that?
It's good. I can't wait to get home.
Today is Major Mike Stewart's 37th birthday, and I brought a gift from daughter Izzy.
Hi, Daddy. I love you. I miss you.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Look at them big blue eyes.
Huge.
Want to say hi, Daddy?
I want to take your phone and eat it.
Hi, Daddy.
I miss you.
What's that moment going to be like when you go home again?
It's going to be blissful.
Yeah, I'll probably cry a little bit. I think seeing both the kids and Jen together, I mean, that's what I'm living for right now.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be tunnel vision. Like everything's just going to be black around me, and I'm just going to see her and my son.
As these soldiers make their plans to return as part of the U.S. military drawdown, they shutter their base in Ghazni for a final time and start their long journey home.
Exciting.
It feels good.
I'm really excited right now.
Here in Fort Drum, hundreds of supporters wait to greet their soldiers as 3 anxious wives get ready for the reunions they've been waiting for 9 months.
I'm going to be a big crybaby. Yeah.
I am more excited about him coming home than I was about the day we got married.
It'll probably be one of the best moments of life.
And finally, after almost a year, counting down day after day, the excitement of the homecoming outweighed perhaps only by the anticipation
I cannot keep myself together.
of their loved ones finally returning home.
Oh my goodness. How are you? I'm glad to see you. I missed you. I missed you too.
For Specialist Fuller, it's the tunnel vision he predicted. A search as if in slow motion until success. And for all they knew, Captain Lotz and Brittany might have been the only two in that whole entire gym.
You want to meet with me?
Honey, it's Daddy. It's Daddy, sweet girl.
Has a simple sentence like, "This is my daddy," ever sounded so good?
That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome.
What do you think 270 days later?
He's just like me, impatient.
I love seeing him with her, and sweetest thing ever.
How'd she feel?
She felt pretty light.
New.
Yeah, and fragile. It felt pretty amazing.
And for these military families on this Thanksgiving Eve, there is much to be done, food to be made, but mostly there are thanks to be given that their soldiers made it back for the holidays.
It's a time to relax and to really spend time with family that you haven't seen in forever.
To have him back probably is what makes this the best Thanksgiving in a long time.
Finally, made it back home. For Nightline, I'm Josh Elliott in Fort Drum, New York.